In this video help, we're going to cover the data portal. The data portal is found on the booking and billing screen. Clicking on the data portal, I'm going to go to My Records so I can show you what it looks like. In the data portal, this is a kind of a unique thing that was created basically by user requests. They needed something for this. The data portal has a couple of different uses. For example, if you want to go to a URL and have a record of a place where you want to go, like a client website, you can put the website in here, and by clicking on the Go to URL, it will take you to that website. But since that is also on the booking screen, the one you would probably have in here would be the business URL. Now, another thing you can do is you can use this space over here and put a URL of an image of any kind. For example, from a website, you would click on the image itself, right-click, and it would give you the option to copy image URL. That thing that is copied would be pasted into this field, and then when you click Insert URL, it would put that image into this field. Now, what's kind of unique about this is that if you do this on the web server, it will pop in that picture into this field. Typically, on a server, the hosting companies do not allow you to add images directly to any video portal or still image portal. The reason being is they're very concerned about viruses that are transmitted within the data of a picture. So that would not normally be allowed. But using the insert URL, it is a step that you can use in order to actually add the image on the server. If you were on the iDevice, like the iPad or on a desktop computer, you could just tap on or click on the right mouse button on a desktop to insert a picture. If you're doing this on the iPad and click on this, it'll say Insert from Library, which would be the image library that's on your iPad. You can also add QuickTime movies, but I don't suggest you do that because of bandwidth issues, especially on the iPad. It will slow your iPad down to a crawl, and it also does not help the server to present information to other users because you're pulling so much bandwidth from the support site or from the actual cloud site. So that's probably not a good idea. Now, on this same screen, you're watching this video by clicking this icon here. Now, one of the benefits of this screen also is that you can show the data in an enlarged format. And we're going to explain how that works, because that is the portal record for this would be the individual portal. And these are the portal records. You scroll them, you can add as many photographs or other items in here as you want. Now, it was asked by a client, if I want to add a PDF into this screen, can I do that? Well, you can do a screen capture of a PDF and do the individual fields, but if you want to put a full PDF in there, you're going to have to own the Adobe app for PDF and have it on your PC or Mac, or it will not run the PDF within the screen. If you do have that, then it will run the PDF in the screen. You can add notes in this field so that you can add any kind of special information. And of course, there's information about telling you about how this field works and the functionality of it. Clicking on this button will take you to the portal record for the individual record that you're in at the time. So I'm going to click on this one, and what it's going to do is show a large view. If this is an ideal way to show your PDF single pages or anything that's a textual or graphic image that you need to have a large view for. For example, it could be a blueprint, it could be a floor plan or whatever for a building. Say, for example, it could be layouts, images for, say, an installation of devices, or a location where an equipment was actually mounted on a wall or in, say, for example, in a garage. So that picture that you put in there shows the completed installation as of the time that it was installed. The nice part of that is you can either take pictures with your iPhone or your iPad and then directly add these. If you're on the server, they would come right up on this picture record. And like before, this is the individual record portal. If you want to see all the images, you would return to the booking screen and see the booking record and then the individual items in the data portal. You can get very creative with this particular field and the information you put in it. For example, if you had a copy of a contract or a receipt or something along that line. If you could take an iPad picture of it, you could put it directly in here and have a copy of it. The same thing would go if you wanted an image of any kind of a document of any kind. You could also add it to this portal. Thank you for taking this video.